Okay, so today's topic on this sunny day is called markup. Now remember, you get points for just copying this down. You have nothing else going on. Let's copy this down. On a piece of paper, your notebook, anywhere, anything. Use it. All right. So the definition of, my definition of markup in basic terms is when a store increases the price of an item. So the store increases the price and sells it to the customer for more than what they paid for. So, for example, an iPhone right now, if you get the brand new iPhone, it costs like around $1,000 for the brand new iPhone, right? Now, did it cost Apple $1,000 to make the iPhone? No, it didn't cost. No, it didn't. It didn't, right? It cost them a lot less. I don't even think it cost $200 to make, honestly. It cost a lot less. Well, what do? They mark up the price. They increase the price. Why? Because people want the iPhone and they know that. So they can mark up the price. When they mark up the price, they're increasing their profit. And we all want profit. Okay? So for markup, there's two steps for markup. Two steps for markup. Step number one, your first step. You're going to take your price or the cost. Sometimes it's called the cost to make something. So price, the cost, and you're going to multiply it by, gee, I wonder what? Oh yeah, that's right. The percent, like always, written as a decimal. This will equal your profit. Okay. So the first step in all of these problems we've done for the last like week and a half, it's always to take the price and multiply by the percent. Same thing here, except this word keeps changing. It's like the first day it was your discount amount. The second day was your tax amount. The third day was commission. Today it's called profit, but it's all the same first step. The second step is to take your price again and add it to the profit. Okay? So your answer to the first step, you're going to use it in your second step. And then this is called your new price. This is the price that we see as customers. When we go to Target, Walmart, CVS, the Van store, wherever we go, and we see a sticker price, right? And we go, oh, $19.99, cool, $26.99. PlayStation, a video game, $65. Those are prices that the customer sees, but that's not what it costs to make, right? The store, every single store increases their price to create a profit, to make a profit. Okay? Everybody. Have you ever bought something at the little store? Like you bought it for like $2. You get home and your brother and sister are like, oh dude, let me have it. I want that. And you go like, sure, $5. And they're like, okay, sure. And they'll pay you $5. But it just cost you $2. You just made a profit. You just increased the price. You just did markup. So maybe you have done it with your siblings or not. Or maybe they did it to you. You ended up paying like $2 for an ice cream bar that cost $1. Maybe. Who knows? All right. So those are the steps. Okay? And yes, you can use a calculator to make it so much easier.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Miller, can you go back to the other page for 1 minute? There's like the last number I need to copy down.
Screenshot it, because I got kids waiting for me to move on. Screenshot. Okay. So, to make a new iPhone, it cost, I'm just guessing, $220.
Sorry, it didn't get it.
Okay, then you can catch up on the YouTube video. To make a new iPhone, it costs $220. Apple will mark up the price by 450%. So I'm just guessing, total guess, that to make this iPhone, the parts, the camera, the lens, the glass, all the circuits inside, I'm just gonna say $220. Totally guessing. But because everybody wants a new iPhone, Apple knows that it can increase it by 450%, a ridiculous amount of money. The percents are huge when markup. You'll get two questions. The first question will be, what is the profit? And then the second question I will be asking you is, what is the new price? Okay? So usually they'll ask you, what's the profit? That will be your first answer. And then what's the new price? That would be the second step into your problem. So very simple steps because they're just like tax. They're just like discount. This is exactly the same thing as tax. The second step is exactly the same. Okay, so step number one, you take the cost to make, which is $220, and you're gonna multiply it by the percent, but it has to be written as a decimal. Well, if I have 450%, who can tell me 450% is what decimal?
4.5.
Yeah, very good, Emmanuel. 4.5. So even though we have three numbers, you're still going to move the decimal 2 times, just 2 times. So my decimal is 4.5. Now, like I said 1,000 times before, grab those calculators, plug this number in. When you take a picture of your classwork, the ones you're going to do on your own, this is what I need to see. Like, okay, what did you write down? What did you type into your calculator? 220 times 4.5 equals, this is your first answer. So I'm going to write it down, $990. This is called the profit. So Apple is making $990 just in profit of the iPhone. Again, I'm just kind of guessing, not really sure. They don't really release that data. They don't want us to really know. Okay, step number 2. You take the price of the iPhone, which is to make, the cost to make. It's also called like the wholesale price, $220, and you're going to add your profit. So whatever answer you get for the first one, you just kind of bring it right over, and you're going to add it. So I'm going to take my calculator. I mean, some of you can just add there and then. Add 220, and you get $1,210. This is my new price. And you know, and I know, that the a price of $1,210 is actually a real price when it comes to iPhones. It, especially if you get like the bigger ones with the more memory, they do run up like this. And if you get Apple Care, it increases the price as well. So profit is your first step. Profit is your first step. Second step is your to add. So it's just like tax. Very, 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 very similar to tax. All right. And yes, sometimes the percents are ridiculously high. All right, we'll do another problem. Okay. The cost to make a keyboard, you know, like those freestanding keyboards. For those of you who are gamers, you have those keyboards that have like multicolor and they're like super cool. $6. So to make your super cool, awesome keyboard for your computer, $6. But Best Buy will mark up the price by 70%. So they're not going to sell it to you for $6. Oh, no. They got to make a profit. So they're going to increase the price by 70%. The two questions that are asked: what is the profit? What is the new price? Okay.
When we're doing a group work, do you have to write down this whole problem?
What was that? What was
When we're
it?
doing a group work, do you have to write down this whole problem?
In group work, no. In notes, yes. I had one student, I don't know if it was this period or the other period, they just wrote down this for the notes, this part, and I gave them a 0. For the notes, you copy everything for the notes, everything. Dude, not for classwork, I'm okay if you shorthand it, you don't write everything. For your classwork, I checked the work. Like, did you set up the problem correctly? Did you label everything correctly? Like, for the classwork, I'm checking. Hold on. For the classwork, I check this. For notes, I check everything. Like, you gotta copy down everything. Like, if I draw a smiley face, I want you to draw a smiley face. Yep. Everything. Okay, so let's finish this problem out. I know some of you probably worked ahead, which is fantastic. So 6 times 0.7, because 70% is 0.7, right? Uh-oh. So,
No, 0.07.
0.07? No, that would be 7%.
Oh, so that's 70%. That was 7%.
So we're going to type in 6 times 0.7 gives you 4.2, right? Now, step number 2, this is where Miss O'Malley really checks. If you write it like this, which some of you did, you wrote it like this, and then you got some wrong answers. This is not correct. You don't want to write it this way, okay? You want to make sure that if you're dealing with decimals, you add. It's okay to do it when you're multiplying. It's not okay when you add. You have to add these decimals and zeros to line up your decimals. When you add or when you subtract, you got to make sure that these decimals are nice and pretty and lined up. All right, then you use your calculator, or you can just do it old school, and you get 10.20. So the $4.20, that's called your profit, and then this is called the new price. Okay, so it's like, okay, what's the profit? Oh, I'm gonna have a profit of $4.20. Awesome. What's the new price? What are the customers gonna see? Oh, the customers are gonna see a price of $10.20. The customer never realizes that the true cost of the keyboard is $6. When you go to the store and you see a pair of jeans for 20 bucks, you don't realize, wow, those pair of jeans really cost like $5 to make. You go, 20 bucks, hey, that's pretty cheap. Cool, I'll get one. And if it's on sale, they can still offer you a discount as long as they still make some sort of profit. So when you go to the store and it's 50% off, they still are making some sort of profit off of you. Imagine. So imagine how much they've increased it at the beginning to still offer you